Ahoy, ahoy, and welcome to a brand new edition of Ramble on Reactions. Sitting right over here is clever Eric Muller.
Sitting next to me is not Pedro Pascal, but handsome Dan Nye.
Why would I be Pedro Pascal?
For a second there, you kind of look like him.
I mean, I'm not gonna. If I had a career that guy, yes, I will be Pedro Pascal as much as anyone wants me to be.
You're like the asylum version of him.
I'll do that too. Neither one of us. Don't ask me how I'm going to transition this, but neither one of us are tiny females.
No, we're not. We're two big-headed males,
large gentlemen. That'll be a foreshadowing to a review we'll shoot in a couple of weeks. But that'll be in a couple of weeks.
Hey.
But for now, we're going to talk about Greta Gerwig's Little Women.
Yay!
Tiny females.
They were no longer little girls. They were little women. I have no idea. I've never read the book.
I haven't read the book.
Like I know this is my mom's favorite book, so I am going to be skating on the thinnest of ice during this review.
When she watches our reviews, I appreciate it. That being said, you nutshell the plot. Maybe let you get some brownie points.
Okay, so the story of Little Women is the story of four sisters through their lives. I want to say maybe teenage years through their
20s?
20s, I'd say, yeah, 20s is a good number. And you see, one wants to be, she wants to be more than just someone who gets married. So she wants to be a writer. Then you have the one who, because of the times, has to get married. And then you have the one who wants to marry for love. And then you have the other one.
That's kind of how they're cast, too.
It literally is.
Kind of how they're cast. All that being said, though, I will say I really liked it was visually very well done as far as the time periods go.
Oh, yeah.
Because
they do the cut back and forth.
Which I like. And they only tell you once, and then they trust the audience to be like, okay, when it's sepia toned, then you're going to be in the past.
Right.
When it's more of a cold, muted tone, like more grayish
then you're in the
blues,
present.
then you're present, quote unquote. So this cast, it was murderer's row as far as young talent go. You have Saoirse Ronan again working with Greta Gerwig, Emma Watson, Florence Pugh,
oh man,
along with Adam Driver, Florence Pugh, man, she's had a year.
She had a great year too. I remember when I was watching it, I was like, "Yep, there's the Oscar scene." Literally, she comes into the camera and she's like, "Here you are, Academy. Here's the scene you're gonna show on Oscar night."
I hope so.
It's a given. Call him a shot.
Calling the shots.
Of course, depending on when this is released, I mean, it could be the day before the Oscars get announced or the day after.
Oh yeah, we don't know. I don't know. It's a matter of when I have the time. When I'm not cramming a whole bunch of other movies. I've talked a little bit online about how many movies I'm fitting into my skull right now, and I was on 3 today, so maybe 3 tomorrow. We'll see. And we're recording our best of this weekend. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's really good. Timothy Chalamet.
Yep.
He's got
doing
a great...
Timothy Chalamet things.
Being charming.
Right. Even though you just want to slap his face like, I can't.
Laura Dern.
Oh, yeah.
Another good year.
Another great year.
Great year. I don't know if she has to fight Florence Pugh for that Best Supporting Actress Oscar. I don't know.
Well, she'll get it for another movie.
Yes. Which we didn't review. You reviewed? I can't remember.
No, we didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, you reviewed it. I hadn't seen it yet, but I have now. And then, honestly, Chris Cooper was good. Yeah. He got me really sad in one scene.
Aww.
Like, this isn't a spoiler, when he's on the steps.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Cooper doing a lot with a little. And then, the biggest surprise for me that I was happiest about, Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah, when he showed up, I was like, what is this movie?
But I also saw that and I'm like, yeah, I'm happy he gets that chance.
Yeah, no, I am too. Like, I wasn't like, what is this? Like, if it was like Tommy Wiseau showing up.
No. But it felt like, as far as how the movie was structured, I really liked... There wasn't a part of the pacing or the storytelling. Like, everything felt extremely organic. I feel like we lost Saoirse Ronan for a little bit in the middle.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was also intended. Maybe. Because you get to see a little bit more growth from her other sisters, even though she's the main character. Sure. And I've been doing a little bit of reading on this, and I have to agree that it's... When you talk about direction, a lot of times it's very much a male-based category. Mm-hmm. And so the things that you see that films that are directed by men typically aren't... You can kind of tell when you're watching them if you know one's directed by a man, one's directed by a woman, where men tend to suffer for their art, and they put it out there in such a way that it's almost like a bragging right, to where this one feels much more lived in. It feels much... like it... when you watch the performances on everybody on screen, you're like, how is this not, why are we just not watching a family from this time period? Like it literally felt like you're watching, it didn't feel like they're just people waiting for their turns to talk.
Right.
So.
It was really perky.
Yes. It was perky and joyous and sad and like, I don't want to say roller coaster.
And then of course there's the one moment where I was laughing my ass off. The framing device for this film leads to moments where I'm just like, come on.
Like 2 moments in total? Yeah. There are 2 moments where you're kind of like, at that point, I was so invested, I didn't care.
Right.
At least for the second one. For the first one, the one we talked about earlier, yeah. I totally agree with, where it's like, it gets kind of Disney.
Women read? Oh.
And then the light bulb goes off and like, market. So, I mean, what are the other positives, other negatives?
I think we've pretty much gone over.
I don't really have any negatives. Great it.
B+.
I give it an A. I enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed this movie much more than I expected to. For sure. So yeah, go see Little Women.
Yeah, do it.
Hopefully it'll pop up a lot around for Awards Bus. Because it's...
Rightfully so.
I would like to see movies done in this manner to where it's like a story you've done before, but like this is how you take a property and you like, honestly, I'll say it again, Greta Gerwig, great care with this property.
Yeah.
And you can tell like she cared about the property, she took her time, and it feels lived in and like, because I saw do you remember the Little Women from the 90s?
No, I didn't.
I know I saw this with Winona Ryder and whoever else was in it.
Kristen Dunst.
Yeah, I know I saw it. I could not tell you a thing about that movie. This movie
because they tried to do it. From what I gather, they tried to do it too straight face and tried to make it hardcore period film.
Yeah, like, and that's.
And I'm guessing everyone was like method acting the hell out of it.
Could have been, but then yeah, this is. I feel like this is how you do. I guess you could call it a reboot. A reboot done right.
Or just another retelling.
Yeah, another retelling. One of those like classic stories where it's like, we don't need another Christmas Carol though.
This was the No Fear Shakespeare version of Little Women.
I buy it. Yeah. They're not saying dude, but
right.
You get it.
You get it.
Clever Eric Muller.
Handsome Dan Nye.
As always, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all those fun things. And yeah, check out other reviews because we got a bunch of them.
That's right.
Ramble on.
Anchors away.